just in a way we can actually see. This actually looks like the most natural. Welcome to this live stream. Right now I'm just doing some improvisation right now. I actually haven't warmed up pretty much all day. I've been out actually working on some stuff and training at the gym, but just kind of feeling into this flow. For those of you that are, for those of you that are curious, I'm using a Picasso bow here. It's basically a miniature violin bow that's used for the guitar here. Thanks so much for chiming in. I've been trying to wrap my mind around kind of creating this, using this moon drum, this native drum here, to really just successfully create a secondary percussive element with this. It's interesting because I find it requires sort of a an increased emphasis on percussive parts, which as a guitarist, I personally find I really love to deviate from percussion. I actually noticed I play around a lot with 3/4, sort of a 3/4 tempo, but also just like I enjoy mixing up different rhythms. But I find when trying to weave in drums, trying to appropriately weave in guitar, I have to be very precise. It's a beautiful challenge, but I also feel this is where maybe some of my feels so interesting, but also inorganic to try to focus on percussive elements. Beautiful, beautiful exercise though. I find though I'm very interested in continuing to find the way that I can sort of weave in these interludes and these compositional ideas. I feel though when I was improvising with piano earlier, the other day actually, I noticed having this other instrument actually required an entirely different approach to composing, or opposed to just playing the guitar and weaving these elements around it. It's almost like I have to actually allow myself to accent these other instruments and the cadence of these instruments. So for instance, what I was learning was when you're, say, improvising with the piano, I found, say I choose a select chord here, very similar to how I find myself play piano, where I'm sort of just playing in thirds and rolls and triads. What I've noticed is guitar fingerstyle something in that realm where it's like if I can think of I don't think I'm in the right mood to experiment with that, but I feel like it's finding like an unorthodox cadence that blending this down. I've noticed for myself, this is something I've actually talked about in content that I've made, is I feel that often the relationship, say with the second and the third string, this is actually my recent videos that are released, is it's a relationship that I find guitarists often neglect. You know, it's like we can easily navigate these first and second strings. Put down my autistic fish. My condolences, brother. Relationship between the third string that I particularly find difficult and challenging. So it's almost like the more that one can sort of begin to navigate these scales, these patterns, On the third string particularly, and this is kind of what I'm noticing, is I have a very active tendency to navigate these, I'd say, these fifth, sixth strings relationships, these first and second string relationships. But it's interesting. It's almost like what I've noticed is these higher realms of the third strings, 12 fret upwards. It's almost like it adds a more harmonious, almost like a brighter. I like this. Listen to this one. Interesting. Wow. I really like that. I really find it's like the means of. It's not really my territory of expertise. What I find is something that may not make a lot of sense or resonate, but I find myself very fascinated by jazz. I'd say I'm more of a classical styled progressive rock guitarist, right? But personally, for me, I find it's one of the most challenging and beautiful elements of guitar that I love, kind of just formally or informally studying, is jazz. And really, a lot of it, it's kind of like these weird sort of modes and sort of scales and these interesting patterns. But a lot of things that I find really attractive in jazz is these very bizarre. Maybe not that particular, but these very wild, very stretched out chords that personally it just sounds extraordinary. But it also is just like a mind fuck. It's interesting because I notice often when I perform or I'm like doing a stream or something, I very simply often love to, for a good reason, because I want to kind of craft this very palatable experience. But in truth, when I'm playing, like when I'm practicing, right, or when I'm just improvising, often what I do on, I would say, the occasion every second or third day is I basically try to make my guitar playing as challenging as I can make it. That is, I try to play way out of my comfort zone. So often what you hear when I'm improvising, this is quintessentially, to some degrees at least, my comfort zone, where I'm very comfortable at, just intuitively navigating. But it's beautiful when, say, as a guitarist or a musician as a whole, when you get to this place where you just push yourself out of your comfort zone. It's almost like you're trying to instinctively sound bad. You're trying to like play sort of the keys, the elements of the guitar that you truly know that you just can't. Yeah. There's just something so beautiful about just like pushing yourself way out of your comfort zone, but then recognizing just how effectively one can adapt. I mean, if I were to do it, I probably not won't do this right now because I'm a bit depleted right now because I was at the gym for like 2 hours or so. First time actually training in probably like 6 weeks since I injured my clavicle. But fortunately, my clavicle's back in action. I can rock all my calisthenic strength training type stuff. But yeah, simply what I was saying is one of the most challenging aspects of music that I personally find, which is pretty commonplace for a lot of us, I feel, when you understand it, is key shifting. Shifting keys. It's just like, it just becomes very jarring if you're not very intentional with the way that you weave it in. Interesting. Yeah, there's something so beautiful though about these atonal type keys. Yeah. I'm gonna take a moment, just get some ramen. Because again, this those 2 hours of strength training kind of depleted me, but it's kind of fun being in a state. It's something I find I really love to do. If you say this isn't really good for the guitar, but it's basically you can create a whammy bar type effect. Man, I should do that a lot more. But yeah, you can create this whammy bar like effect by basically, say, pressing with your one hand very lightly on the neck here, on the back of the neck, and then also pressing right here. Fuck, I love that. It's a wicked effect. I really need to get a whammy bar myself. I've actually been looking at Ibanez and Schecter guitars recently. I find there's so many very interesting sounds of guitar. I was actually on shrooms a while back, and I had this observation where it's like there are so many interesting little hits. On the guitar. That's a good one. That's a really good one. Interesting. We gotta palm mute that or mute that. Rhythmic palm tapping. That's something I don't do. I see Alexander Misko and Tim Henson from Polyphia. He does this sort of thing where he's like, He's explained it, but I've never really applied it a lot. He's kind of like doing rhythmic tapping, where he's this is just more controlled intonation. So many beautiful sounds. I don't know if this this may kind of sound like nonsense a little bit, but I personally am. And even I found actually what I was doing a lot when I was using loop pedals. Is you kind of just flip the guitar and just treat the guitar like an actual drum. I really love to figure out these rhythmics happening. That's an interesting key shift. That's also an interesting key shift. Wow. Yeah. I'm just getting experimental as fuck here. Getting less performative with this. I should probably get that ramen before I'm just like, yeah. Thank you so much for trying. That was chill as fuck.